I just got a job. I just got a job. Good morning, you guys. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to a weekly vlog. Usually I start my weekly vlogs on Monday, but on Monday I was driving home from Coachella. I was at Coachella last weekend. I think my Coachella vlog is already up. It's Tuesday, so we're back in action and I have so much to catch you guys up on. I'm so excited to back to vlogging. I need to get ready and I want to film a little get ready with me TikTok, so I can't talk while I'm getting ready because I want to film this. You know what? Screw it. We're not gonna film. Should we? No. What should we do? I'm trying to decide. Do I want to film a get ready with me TikTok, or do I want to film a get ready with me YouTube video? And by YouTube video I mean this video. We'll do this video because I'm in a chatty mood. We're starting this vlog off with a lot of life updates. Currently having my makeup bag. Honestly, I just need to put all this away. It's very much so stressing me out. Okay, we're back in action. I love that makeup bag because it can hold so much, but everything is just very jumbled and not organized, so it really much so stresses me out. But we are getting ready right now for a job interview. Oh, I need to hurry it up. It is 9:52. My interview's at 11. The place is about 30 minutes away, so let's start doing this. I just came back from Coachella this weekend. I went with 2 of my friends and I had so much fun. Honestly, okay, here's a little Coachella recap. I was expecting Coachella to be much worse than it actually was, and by worse I just mean overwhelming, chaotic. I still expected it to be fun. I'm really bad with crowds. I get very overwhelmed very easily. I get very claustrophobic really easily too, and so I was just kind of expecting it to be a little bit of a mess, a little bit of panicky, and it wasn't like that at all. I had such a great time. I would definitely go back to Coachella again. My friends and I went, they go every year because they just like the act of going to Coachella and the festival. I think I would definitely go back depending on the lineup. If next year the lineup was all people I didn't care about, I don't think I'd go back for that year, but if the lineup was people that I was interested in, I'd definitely go back. I had so much fun, and it wasn't as hot because I didn't realize much of Coachella is at night. We would get there at 5 p.m 4 p.m. By that point it was still hot for the first 2 hours we'd be there, but then it would cool down and it would be so nice. I was just definitely surprised in a very positive way. I was just kind of bracing myself for the worst, and I always do that, and I think that I shouldn't do that because it creates a lot of anxiety, but it always helps me out because I'd rather be pleasantly surprised than disappointed. And I was expecting my feet to hurt. I was expecting my shoes to kill me because the shoes that I wore, it was the first time ever wearing them, and so I was 100% without a doubt these shoes are going to hurt me, and they didn't. I definitely did buy a lot of stuff in preparation for my feet. This is a really random thing, but I bought a lot of blister pads and band-aids, special socks and things like that that would help me out with my feet going into Coachella, so I can kind of prevent my feet from hurting. But my feet only hurt in a sense of I've been standing on them all day. They weren't hurting in a way of my shoes are giving me blisters. There's actually a woman when I was in line for the bathroom, and she was like, "Are your shoes hurting you?" And I was like, "Oh no." She's like, "I literally own those exact same shoes." And she's like, "Look at my feet." She had blisters on every single one of her toes, and I was like, oh gosh. So I was so glad that that wasn't me, but I had a really great time. I think Tyler the Creator had the best set. One of my best friends is a huge Tyler the Creator fan, and she was like, "You're gonna love his set," and I did. He is so funny and amazing, but I had such a fun time. And now we're back and we're about to go to a job interview. This is a little crazy, so story time for this job interview. This is the job interview that I've had multiple rounds of. I've had one screening call, one in person, one Zoom interview, and this was supposed to be another in person. If I'm being honest, I was a little anxious about it, but on my way driving to Coachella, the hiring manager texted me and he was like, "Hey, do you mind calling me for a quick bit? I know that you're on the road, but I have some news I want to share with you, all good things." And I was like, okay. Called him, and I don't want to jinx this. It's not said and done. It's not finalized. However, he called me and he was like, "I just want to let you know this was supposed to be my technical second round interview," and he was going to say that there was going to be 4 because the screening call wasn't a real interview. It was just a screening call. The first round interview I had in person, and then my Zoom call that I had was 1.5. One of the people they wanted me to interview with for my first round wasn't there that day. They were out of town, so I did a Zoom call. So technically this interview that I'm going today was supposed to be my second round interview, but I had talked to them on 3 separate occasions, if that makes any sense. And he was like, "I just want to let you know you are our last candidate. You're our final candidate. This interview still going to technically be an interview, but it's more of kind of a formality for you to meet everybody." So I don't really know what I expect going into this. I think that means I got the job. But I don't, like, it's not 100% yet. Like, it's pretty, you know, close to 100 from the phone call that he gave me. So this might be like a job offer. I don't really know. I'm like a little nervous going into this because I just don't know what to expect. I'm so glad that he called me and said that though, because I feel like I would have been very anxious going into Coachella knowing that the day that I get back is like an important job interview. But since he said, I really appreciate that he said that, because that just, it like made the weekend so much more like light and free, because I was like, oh, like I pretty much have the job from like what I think is going on. It's not 100%, but pretty close. So I might be getting a job offer today. I might not. I don't know. Okay, I really have to pee. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I was trying to talk really fast because I was like, maybe I can just talk so fast and then I'll be done early, then I can pee, but I just really had to go to the bathroom. Started off the weekend on a really great note with that call. I'm so happy about that. Today, do you guys want to hear what I was up to today? I told you we have lots of updates. So I'm on Accutane, and this is a story of my dermatologist massively fucking up. Every single month you have to have a dermatologist appointment to get your month's prescription of Accutane, and there's kind of like some hoops and jumps that you have to go through. You have to get your blood drawn, and then shortly after you have to do a pregnancy test, and then your prescriber has to confirm you, and then on a website you have to like answer a bunch of questions and like promise that like you're not gonna get pregnant, and then they can send you the prescription. Well, you only have a week span from your pregnancy test to when you can pick up your prescription. You're only allowed to pick it up within a week. My dermatologist, I went to the appointment last Monday. When I left, they were like, oh, like CVS pharmacy. I was like, oh, no, like I would prefer it through A to Z pharmacy, which is like an online pharmacy, just because it's cheaper for me. And they're like, okay, great, we'll put that in. Awesome, see you later. I never got the prescription ever. They never sent in the prescription at all. On Sunday, I was already out of town, and I was like, oh my gosh, my prescription hasn't been sent, and my window to get my Accutane is closing. In the past, I've had to call them and remind them to send the prescription, but in my opinion, I don't feel like it's my responsibility to remind my doctors to send my prescription when they say they're going to do it. I called them, and it's a Sunday, which granted I knew it wasn't a business day, but my window was closing. I was like, this is the last day I'm able to like order my prescription. I called them, and they were out of the office, so they had like a answering system, and so I talked to this person, and I was like, oh, like I need like my refill, blah 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 blah, and they're like, we can't help you. And I was like, what can we do? Like what are our options? They're like, you're just gonna have to call back on Monday. And I was like, my last day to pick up the prescription is today. Can I like leave a message for them at least? They were like, no, you can't do that. I was like, I can't leave a message? They were like, no. And I was like, okay, what can I do? I actually found someone's email, because I remember I emailed the front desk person my insurance card, so I found her email and I emailed her. On Monday, she messaged me and she was like, okay, like I'll send over this information to your dermatologist. Great. I get a call and they were like, we did send your prescription, but we sent it to CVS. We didn't send it to A to Z pharmacy. Can we send it to A to Z pharmacy? They were like, we can't do that. And I was like, why not? And they were like, you're just gonna have to pick it up from CVS. And I was like, okay, I'll just pick it up from CVS when I get home. So I call CVS. They never told me like what CVS location they sent it to either. And CVS never sent me a text, an email, anything that there was a prescription. Like I had no idea that they sent it to CVS. So I call CVS and they're like, we don't have a prescription. So I don't think they actually sent it to CVS. I think that was just them kind of like saving themselves. They call me back and they're like, hey, and I missed this call unfortunately because I was driving back from California to Arizona and I was in like one of those dead zones, I'm pretty sure. And they were like, hey, so in order for us to send you this prescription for Accutane, you have to take another pregnancy test in our office. Your dermatologist only works in this office one day a week, and that's Monday, which was yesterday. And so they were like, we're gonna schedule an appointment for you for 4:30 for you to come in and do this pregnancy test. I couldn't be there by 4:30 because I wasn't gonna be home by 4:30 driving. This story gets more interesting. Just hold on with me, okay? Because I feel like right now it's kind of boring. I couldn't get to the dermatologist at 4:30 because I was driving home from California and I wouldn't make it in time. So I called them back and I couldn't get the doctor that I was on hold with. I was talking to somebody else who was extremely rude to me. This person was very frustrating because I didn't feel like the way they were treating me was appropriate for how I was talking to them. I was not rude to them at all. I was just trying to understand like what was going on and have them explain it to me, and they just like were essentially wanting me to hang up. Like they would just keep trying to get me off the line and I kept staying on because I had more questions. The person on the line was like, you're just gonna have to call back. And I was like, but can I be like transferred to my doctor, my nurse, my blah blah blah? And they were like, no, you're just gonna have to call back. And he was like, you're gonna have to go to this other location to do your pregnancy test tomorrow on Tuesday. And this other location is very far from where I live. It is extremely far. And I have this job interview today, so I was just kind of like nervous about all of that. And I was like, am I able to do it from your office? And he was like, no, your doctor has to sign it off. And I was like, is there any chance that another doctor who's there can sign it off? And he was like, no. And I was like, can you explain to me like why not? Like I was just trying to understand what was going on. And he's like, because they just can't. And I was like, okay, like is there anything that I can do? And he was like, no. And he was like, just call back later. Like he was very just like blunt with me, like just very short, very like attitude rude. He was ruder than the way that I'm describing it too. And then I was like, okay, like can I leave my phone phone number for my doctor and like give her like this message. And he was like, fine. Like just very short, rude. And he just like was trying to get me to hang up the entire time. Anyways, my nurse called me back and she was extremely nice. And she's like, yeah, you can totally come into this location. Like I can sign it off for you. Like you don't have to go to that far away one. Like we'll have it for tomorrow. Great. So I scheduled an appointment for the earliest appointment that they had. I go in there, I wait a really long time, and my nurse comes in and she's like, oh my god, I'm sorry, I scheduled it for tomorrow, not for today. And I'm like, okay. So I finally did my pregnancy test. Negative, obviously. All's well. And the nurse was like, I just want to apologize to you for the person you were talking to yesterday. Like he was not in a great place. He was in like a really upset mood. And I was like, oh, it's okay. Like I think that we were just like confused about like what the other person was talking about. And she was like, yeah, he hung up the phone and was like, wow, that girl was so rude, like talking about me. And my nurse goes, Keegan? Keegan's the sweetest person ever. I don't believe that. And I was like, oh, that's nice of her to say. But apparently he thought I was being rude. I also thought he was being rude, but she apologized for him and said that he was just not having a good day, which I could probably tell. Anyways, then I do the pregnancy test. It comes back negative and she's like, okay, now you have to like redo the questions online. And I was like, great. So I go to do the questions and it's like error, error, error. They filled out my information wrong, which is really fun. So then I had to call them back. Now they finally have ordered the prescription. I still actually need to put in my insurance information to like finally order it because I have new insurance. This is a very long-winded story of just being like, my dermatologist consistently keeps messing up. But they were all very nice except for the one man who thought I was rude. You know, the feeling is mutual. I have no idea what I want to wear for this job interview because I already wore like the 2 nice blouses that I own for my interviews. I don't really know what they're gonna ask me or like if they're even gonna ask me. Like I don't really know what to expect, and I'm pretty sure that I'm meeting like the high up people, like the CEO, the vice president, those people of this company today, so wish me luck. But that's where we're at today. That's everything that's been going on for the past couple days. I was really worried about the Accutane thing, that I wasn't going to be able to get my prescription. Why is the lighting so bad in here? Like I feel like the light's not fully turning on. Also, other exciting things going on. I told you guys that I'm purchasing a condo, and on Friday I signed the paperwork. I closed 30th of April. Can't believe it's actually happening. This is the outfit that I have. The top is from Loft, the bottoms are from Princess Polly. I don't really love like a loose top with like kind of a straight, you know, bigger pair of trousers. I just think it looks like a little slouchy. I know a lot of people are always like, you can like the bodysuit that you wear on professional, but I honestly feel like this just looks, it doesn't look that nice. Like I just feel like it looks slouchy. I'm trying to like tuck this in to make it like a little bit, you know, better looking, but I don't think they're really gonna care about my outfit the way that I care about my outfit. But Princess Polly, Loft, I got this top like when I was a senior in college. But yeah, wish me luck, you guys. I just got a job. I just got a job. Okay, I kind of knew going into this, but like it wasn't 100%. There is this orb. It's like right in my face. But I just got a job. I start next Wednesday. So today's Tuesday. I start a week from tomorrow, which is really soon. But I closed on my house on the 30th and I was like, I can't do that. But I own a house. Wait, what am I? No, I don't own a house. I'm going to. A condo. I just got a job. I just want to say, this is the most insane thing ever. I know this is not a typical experience of being laid off. I was expecting to be laid off for like 7 months, honestly. I was expecting for the job search to take a really long time, and I feel immensely fortunate. And I think a lot of this, and I don't want to like discredit my ability and like my resume and like everything that I've done, but I think a good chunk has to do with the connections I had through my former company, of my former boss giving me a letter of recommendation and giving me like as a reference this new person, like, and my new hiring manager working at my last company. Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't even know what I'm saying. I just am incredibly grateful, and this did not end up the way that I thought it was going to. It ended up significantly better, and I am so incredibly happy, and I like don't know how to process this right now. They're going to send me over the offer letter, which I'm going to read through. I told them like, yes, I'd like to accept it. They were like, do you have any like reservations? And I was like, oh, I will like review the offer letter. But yeah, essentially what it was, I had this meeting and it was with like the top people of the company, and they were just like asking me questions. I went through my strategy deck. I was talking so fast, like I think I forgot to breathe. I was like like I literally at the end I was like I forgot to breathe, and I was like, that was kind of fast. And they were like, yeah, I got a job. I'm going to be employed again. I seriously cannot believe how fast this all happened. Let's see, I got laid off less than a month ago. Oh my god, less than a month ago. I got laid off 4 weeks ago. I got laid off on the 26th, and today's the 23rd. I can't believe I found a job this soon, and it's a job that I'm really excited about, in a company that I'm really excited about. Like I don't feel like I'm settling, and I really liked the people that I interviewed with. Everybody seemed really, really nice. You guys, I'm gonna be employed again. There's a Trader Joe's around here, so I think I'm gonna go shopping. It's a Trader Joe's because I don't have any groceries because I was out of town. Also, I think it looks good because I brought this like portfolio. The guy was like, oh, let me go print out your resume to hand it out to everyone. I was like, actually, I brought some. So yeah, I'm employed. Okay, I'm gonna go grocery shopping, but I can't believe this is my real life right now. I'm back home from grocery shopping. I feel like I knew going into it that that was like a very good possibility, but it actually happening, like I just didn't want to jinx it or anything. It almost didn't feel real that this is happening, but anyways, side note, Trader Joe's haul. I think I look really pale. We're gonna bring down the lighting a little bit. I did not go into this with any at all list of what I wanted to get, any idea what meals I wanted to make. I felt the vibes and let the vibes feel me. I got this salmon. I think Trader Joe's has really great salmon. I saw this recipe on TikTok a while ago. I've been wanting to try it for like a month now, but I honestly haven't been shopping at Trader Joe's a lot. I've been shopping at like my regular like local grocery store, like Kroger type of thing. Simply because I just feel like they have more options. I also got some eggs. Please tell me none of these broke. Good, good. And put these away. I'm gonna make more egg bites for the mornings. Next up, this is what's gonna go with the salmon. It's the spinach and kale Greek yogurt dip. I saw this girl and she like essentially sliced the salmon in half and then stuffed it with this, and it looks good. I'm wanting to try it. I also got this like light shredded 3-blend cheese. I want to sprinkle this on top of my egg bites. I want to do a ham, egg, and cheese like egg bites. So I also got some uncured Black Forest ham go with that. And then I got these chicken meatballs. These are really great like in the air fryer. They're like a perfect little meal. And then I got some cottage cheese. I thought I would blend this up and then mix it with marinara sauce, which I already own, and then put it on top of these. Kind of like, not a vodka sauce, but like a creamy marinara. Like it's like essentially vodka sauce, but like not. I thought it would be good. I hope it's gonna be good. And then I got 2 vegetables. I got some Brussels sprouts, which I used to be obsessed with Brussels sprouts. I haven't had them in so long, so I just like ate them way too much. And I thought it's finally time I can have them again. And then broccoli, because I'm obsessed with broccoli. So that's what I'm making. The salmon, the meatballs, egg bites, and then sides, vegetables. Hopefully that's enough. It was $40, which honestly could have been more. That's where we're at. I had my therapy appointment and then I was about to do a bunch of stuff, but instead of doing a bunch of stuff, I've just been scrolling on my phone. My apartment looks like a mess. Just stuff everywhere that I really need to figure out. And I was talking to my therapist and she was like, oh, like what are you doing for the rest of the week before you start your new job? And I was like, oh, I'll probably do this, this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And she was like, you're about to start a job. Just like enjoy life right now. Don't overwork yourself. And I was like, you know what? You're so right, bestie. So I've just been mindlessly scrolling on my phone for the past hour. I will have to do all the stuff tomorrow that I pushed off today. At least I'm not overworking myself today. Also, that prescription update, I pretty much just had to pay for it full price because my insurance wouldn't work because my new insurance company has still not sent me my insurance card. It's been almost a month. They still haven't sent me my insurance card. I'm about to switch insurances again. I'm about to get a job. It's gonna be really fun. So we're gonna make dinner. I'm thinking of making that salmon. I need to just move stuff. Let me just move all of this out of the way. I'm just gonna set it on the floor because there's so much stuff on the floor that's like, what's more, you know? What's a few more things to really just set on the floor? Anyways, we're gonna make that salmon, that like artichoke stuffed salmon. Let's see what the recipe is. This is a TikTok that I saved. It's from this woman who's a mom and I think she's adorable.
The combination for a perfect flavorful salmon dish.
We're gonna preheat the oven to 400. I don't know why the 0 is not working. Okay. I thought we could also make our broccoli and Brussels sprouts while we're here. I think I'm only gonna make 1 serving of the salmon just in case I don't like it so I don't ruin all the other salmon fillets with it. Roasted Brussels sprout recipe.
Okay, I found this on the web for roasted Brussels sprouts recipe. Check it out.
Wow. I want to put it all in the same time. Roasted Brussels sprout recipe, oven at 400. I just need to know how long to put it in for. 20 to 30 minutes. It's kind of a long time. Can I do the broccoli for the same amount of time or will that burn? Roasted broccoli at 400-degree oven. How long do they want this in for? I love Google. Shout out Google. Okay, this is 15 to 22 minutes. Wait, no. What was the Brussels sprouts at? The Brussels sprouts was 20 to 30 minutes.
And then these are going into an oven.
The salmon is 12 to 15. I can make that work. Let's start by chopping up our Brussels sprouts. What I like to do when I roast my vegetables is just cut them up. I wash them with cold water to kind of get some of that like bitter taste away. Hopefully that's the trick. I honestly don't remember, but we're gonna hope for the best. Where's my oil? I just like to do oil, salt, black pepper, garlic powder, and then like minced up garlic. Just a little bit of oil. I don't know if that was a little bit or a lot. I have no concept of anything. And then we have some garlic here. It's just like pre-minced garlic. Will this fit in? I was like, oh, can I save this utensil? No. I like to have a lot of garlic. I'm a garlic type of girl. That much? Part of me is like, let's do a little bit more. Okay, quite a bit, but whatever. Salt, pepper, and then even more garlic powder. And then I'm gonna cook it for like 25 minutes. 10 minutes in, add the salmon. And then I might broil this a little bit to kind of make it crispier. This pepper grinder is a workout. And then I'll have my side dish, vegetable meal prep for the week, which will be super, super nice. Just gonna mix it all up. This is what she looks like there. Her big chunk of garlic. Make sure it doesn't run away. And one thing that I've been trying to be more intentional about is doing things in an order that makes sense. So like prepping the vegetables first because they'll be in the oven longer, cutting them up first so I can use this same cutting board when I cut my proteins, my like raw meat, and so I don't have to get a whole nother one. Because I feel like a lot of the times I'll like cut my salmon first and then I'm like, oh, I still need to cut my vegetables. Now I need a whole new cutting board. And so I've been trying to just be more efficient with it. And so that's why we're starting with the vegetables, even though the salmon is the main event. Now I might add rice depending on how hungry I am. It's a little bit early on, so I'm not starving by any means, not even close. I also think one thing that I'm trying to get better at as well is cooking before I'm like famished, or I'm like ravishing for food, because a lot of the times I wait until I'm already starving, start making food, and like this is gonna take, I don't know, this is gonna take like 30 minutes to cook. It's taking like, I don't know, less than 10 minutes to prep, but like time. And I think a lot of the times I'm just like, I'm so hungry, I don't wanna wait, and then I just go eat out, and that's not what we wanna do. I'm spraying the pan, and then we're just gonna transfer all of our vegetables. It looks beautiful. I'm gonna take a photo of it. A perfect timing because I don't want my feet in the photo. Perfect timing, the oven is done. Let's get this all out. These might overlap, which is honestly not ideal. So I'm gonna try to spread this all out. But this is like an entire bag of broccoli, an entire bag of Brussels sprouts, so it's like quite a bit of food. I have the Torture Poets department, the, what's the song? The Smallest Man Who's Ever Lived a Bridge, stuck in my head right now. Like, were you riding a book? Like, it's just stuck in my head. So we're gonna put this in for 25 minutes. I'm gonna set a timer for 15 so I can put the other one in time. I'll be back. Set a timer for 15 minutes. The lady who made this recipe said it's very straightforward, so hopefully it actually is. So I have the fresh Atlantic salmon from TJ's. And I'm gonna cut a little fillet off, just like one serving. So like I said, I don't wanna do all of it and then have it be not yummy. And she said you could do two things. So you could, number one, put this on top or stuff it. And I'm thinking stuffing it would be fun. Okay, so she said to just, I'm scared to do this, to cut a slit in the middle, the little pocket, not all the way through. Is this gonna be enough? That song is really stuck in my head. Okay, I did cut it all the way through, whatever. I'm gonna spray the pan. We're gonna add our salmon and then we'll stuff it on the pan just because I'm afraid of transferring it. But first, I am gonna wash my hands. You know what I'm thinking I should do first? Get a little taste of this spinach and kale Greek yogurt dip to see if I even like it. Is this like good for you? There's 1 gram of protein in it. I don't know, I always thought Greek yogurt had a lot of protein. Yeah, tastes like artichoke dip. I'm gonna take a hefty amount. Is this enough? And then we're just gonna shove it in there and stuff her up. I think that was enough. I hope that was enough. This would be really good with like vegetables, like as a dip. Obviously I think that's what it was like meant for, but now, washing my hands again. I'm gonna top it with a little bit of salt and pepper. She said she got like a little bit of oil on it. I'll just like, there. And then salt and pepper, and then we'll put it in for 15 minutes. We still have quite a bit of time before we put it in. And then that is gonna be our dinner, and I hope it is good. Everyone, let's cross our fingers, our toes, our eyes, that I didn't make a meal that's gonna make me wanna eat out tonight. Fingers crossed. This is her if you want a more close-up look of what it looks like. I'm really excited. I will say, I did try another bite of this, and I didn't really like the second bite, so we'll see. But fingers crossed I like it. I was just thinking about this, and when I like to cook, I like to make foods that usually have either 2 or 4 servings. So 2 servings, eat it for dinner that night, eat it for lunch the next day, or 4 servings, eat it for dinner that night, and then eat it for lunch the following 3 days, and just kind of like have it as like meal prep for lunch for the week. I really don't like meal prepping things and not being able to eat it fresh. Like there is nothing that frustrates me more than making something and then putting it all away in Tupperware in the fridge and then having to reheat it, and it's never going to be as good as if I ate it. So when I make recipes, especially living alone, I try to make meal prep for the rest of the week, even if it's just for 1 meal or if it's for the rest of the week. I meal prepped all my vegetable side dishes for the week, so that will be fine. If I like the salmon, next time I make it, I'll make the rest of the filet, so I'll eat that. But that is typically what I like to do in terms of meal prep. I know some people really don't like reheated foods. I don't mind it for a certain time, but after a while I'm like, this is disgusting. So I try to not have things last too long. Sometimes I will say I will like eat it for lunch, then for dinner, then for lunch and for dinner, just 2 days in a row, because I don't mind eating the same foods over. I just don't like having them sit in a really long time. That's where I'm at, but that's kind of how I like to meal prep a little bit. I really want to do a series of like cooking for yourself, like single person cooking. That's like recipes that are like easy, that are good, that like you can like kind of meal prep in that sense, but also don't require a lot of ingredients, because I don't know why, I just like can't justify spending a lot of money on a recipe for just myself. Like I don't want to have to buy like a shallot and then a white onion and then like this. I don't want to have to do that. So a lot of times I make recipes with very minimal ingredients because I don't want to spend the money buying all these fancy ingredients for one meal for myself. If I was making a meal for like a family or for big people or like multiple servings, I think I could justify it. I also think things go bad really easily. I recently have been really good about realizing that I'm allowed to freeze things. For a while I forgot that I was allowed to freeze things. Before that I was just like, I don't want to buy all these ingredients to make this recipe if I am gonna eat it 3 times and then get icked out by it, or like only use a 1/4 of this onion. So I'm trying to be better about freezing things, but especially just like with the cost of food, I've been trying to make recipes with very minimal ingredients. Like the salmon was like technically 2 ingredients other than like spices and oils, which I don't really count. That's my update. I don't really know where I was going with that, but that's where we're at right now. I'm also going to finish filling out my to-do list for the week. Now that I pushed off everything for tomorrow, we're gonna do it all tomorrow. Hello and good morning. Happy Wednesday. It does not feel like Wednesday, just obviously starting my week on Tuesday makes this week kind of feel a little all over the place. Last night when I was making my dinner, I was actually FaceTiming my mom, so I was FaceTiming her when I was eating it. It was alright. Like I'd make it again. I'd make it again because I already have the ingredients, but I wouldn't purchase them again to make it again, if that makes any sense. I'd use it up, but I wouldn't make it again. That makes sense? So I thought right now we can make lunch. Also, Friday we're doing our walkthrough to make sure everything's good to go, and then I close on Tuesday. So I'm literally gonna be a homeowner in less than a week. That's insane, that's insane, that's insane. I feel so much better about buying this house now that I have a job. Start next week. So another thing that I'm gonna be doing this week, I wanted to wait to do this because I was like, I should not be thinking in the terms of like, oh, I have a job, I already have money. I need to be thinking in terms of like, I have a job, I'm going to make money, not I already have it. But my shoes, my walking shoes I wear on a daily basis, demons. They are evil shoes. I think that I finally got to a point where I was like, I cannot keep wearing these shoes. I have blisters on the back of my feet that literally look like flesh. Like it tore through my blister to the point that it's just flesh, and I know that's disgusting to say. There's a store in Tempe, which is like the city bordering mine, that they're like one of those places that's like a running store where like you'll walk, you'll run, and they'll like look at your feet pattern and help you find like the right shoes for you. And I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I wanted to wait until I started my job and like got a check, but I was like, I can't do this anymore. I literally can't do this anymore. I'm gonna go out of town this weekend. I'm going to go to the Grand Canyon with one of my friends. I'm really excited because I've been trying to have this mindset of treating my city that I live in like a tourist, or like my state that I live in, and kind of doing all those things. It's kind of like the saying of like, when you live in Paris, you never see the Eiffel Tower, you never go in the Eiffel Tower. I want to start doing those things more often, and it's nice outside now. It's gonna get hotter, so I'm like, I just need to like do these things now, and we're gonna be walking a lot. And I was like, I can't wear these shoes to it. I can't do it. I've been trying so hard and I just can't do it. I hate these shoes more than anything in life. They just suck, and I'm nervous now that I have all these blisters on the back of my feet for doing this little hike that we're gonna be doing. But I'll show you guys the shoes, the demon shoes. I'm not kidding you. Oh, I found them. I was about to say, I genuinely can't find them. I have heard amazing things about these Hoka shoes. I wanted something with kind of like a cushy thing because I have bad knees. These are just so stiff. Like the back of the heel is literally as like hard as my countertop, and so it's constantly rubbing up against my foot. It actually like rubbed off, so I got these little like heel backer things which work, but the shoe is just so stiff, and I feel like I need a shoe that's more flexible. I hate these things. I've worn them for like 1.5 years, and I just, every single time I wear them, they hurt my feet, and I don't know why. I feel like sometimes I'm just slow with these things where I'm like, why don't I just get new shoes? Like, why am I thinking, oh, every single time I walk, it's my foot's fault? No, it's the shoe's fault. It's not my foot's fault. Like, I don't know why I never think about these things. I remember one time I was making this pesto recipe, and the first time I was like, it's kind of bland. And then I made it again. I was like, it's kind of bland. And someone was like, why don't you just make a new pesto recipe? Why don't you just try a different recipe? And I was like, that's a great idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that. There's just some things that are so common sense, and I feel like we always, like everyone does this. It's like, oh, what? I'm gonna make some lunch. I'm thinking of making those chicken meatballs with the marinara and cottage cheese sauce. But first what I'm gonna do is blend up my cottage cheese. I'm not a fan of the lumpiness in cottage cheese, and so what I like to do is just buy a tub of it, blend the whole thing up, and then put it back in the tub, and so it's ready to go whenever I want to cook it with it. Cottage cheese is like the new kale. It's like the new, I don't even know what else it is, like, but it's just the new health thing that everyone's obsessed with. And honestly, I really like it. I think cottage cheese is great. I like it when it's blended because it's like thick and creamy, and everyone says there's good protein in it. I don't know. I'm sure. I trust the internet. Haha. Should I really be trusting the internet? But I like to do it in 2 things, so I always have to get 2 blenders when I do it. So I just do about half of it in my magic bullet and then blend it till it's smooth, add the other half to the other blender, and then pour this blend, you know what I'm saying, like just kind of transfer it all up. Okay, we'll start with that. Like, should I do the whole thing? Okay, and then we'll just blend this up. And then in the meantime, I'm gonna make those chicken meatballs in the air fryer. It's going to be very overstimulating with the noise, like the air fryer and the blender going at the same time. It's gonna stress me out, but it's fine. We'll be fine. Fast forward a little bit, I blended all of this cottage cheese and it just makes this like thick cream, which is really nice. Put it back in the container, and then I mix a little bit of cottage cheese, the blend stuff, with some marinara sauce. Used up this entire jar. Not used up the entire jar, but used up what was left over it. I'm gonna heat it up in the microwave for like 20 to 30 seconds just so it's warm, and then we're gonna add our chicken meatballs into it, which just finished in the air fryer. Yummy. Does this look good? No, but does it have to look good for it to be yummy? Correct. So I'm just kind of chopping up these a little bit to make them a little bit smaller, but it looks so gross. Next up, we have to clean. My apartment is a mess. This is a mess. This is a mess. This is a mess. It's all a mess. Even more of a mess. Like, this is trashed, you guys. We're gonna start cleaning right now. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like every time I clean my apartment, there's still stuff everywhere. I just feel like it's never ending. There's always something. And a lot of times it's like, I just don't have places for things. I need to return this stuff. Like, I just don't know where to put everything. It's like a very few things, but I have like a pile of boxes over here. It honestly feels like it never ends. I still have a lot of stuff I need to do today. Yikes. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do all of it. Oh well. Update on where I'm at. Right now I'm getting ready for an event. There's an event, the company called Hat Bar, that I was invited to. So my friend Sarah and I are going together. She's one of my friends I went to Coachella with, and so we're going together. I'm actually like shaking right now, honestly, because I just did something that feels so grown up. And I'm a type of person who's like, even if they're not favorable conditions, I always just go with it instead of like standing up for myself or asking for changes, and I'm trying to be better about that. I was looking over my job offer letter, and the guy and I had actually talked about this in person, and I wish I would have said it then, but I didn't because I suck. But we were talking about starting off as like a lower job title and then increasing it with promotions in title and in raises so it can show like career progression. There was 3 different job titles, so like a starting job title, a secondary job title, and then a 3rd job title, and the goal is get promoted to that 3rd job title over time. And I just emailed him asking if we can start with the secondary job title. It just sounds so much more appealing to me, and like it sounds more professional, and it sounds a little bit like more further along in your career. And I think the 1st job title almost makes it seem like it's like a first job. They might say no, totally fine, but I'm trying to get better at like the worst thing they can say is no, and the idea of them saying no kind of makes me want to puke. It's just a job title. It's not like I'm asking for, you know, anything else. So we'll see what they say. I definitely like the idea of progressing in my career and obviously having like job titles so it can show that growth on a resume, on my LinkedIn and all of that. I would like to start with the secondary job title instead of the 1st. Who knows if they'll let me? We'll see. Another thing that I have going on that's really, really exciting is I'm scheduling movers for my apartment. So I emailed my last moving company, the one that helped me move into here, and I was like, hey, like I'm wanting to move in middle to end of May. Do you guys have an available time on the weekend? Because before, when I was self-employed, I could do it on a weekday because it didn't really matter, but now that I'm going back to corporate life, obviously on weekdays I'm busy. I have a job, I'm employed. So I emailed them, and the lady was like, it feels like we just moved you into this place yesterday. And I was like, I know. So we are moving May 25th. They gave me the option of May 18th and then May 25th, and I chose May 25th because I was like, that gives me no time to pack if I choose May 18th. With starting a job, like I'll pretty much only be able to pack like at night and on the weekends, whereas when I was doing social media full time, I was able to like pack during the day on weekdays. It definitely gives you like a little bit more stability, not stability, like freedom, you know, doing that. So I chose the 25th because I was like, okay, that gives me like plenty of time to pack, which honestly I'll probably still be like rushing to to the very last second to be doing it, but that's okay. And what's today? Today's the 24th, so I have a month. I probably should start, honestly. So I get my keys April 30th, and then I move in less than a month. My lease here ends the 24th of June, so I'll have a month in between, like a little, like 1 day less than a month in between when I move out. So like if I have any last minute things, like I'll have time to clean and like patch any holes or do anything like that. That gives me plenty of time. I think that I really like want to start packing. So next weekend I'm going to move over a few things, like just things for my storage unit. Like I have extra to-do lists and like things like that, like Christmas decor, and I'm going to have like a little storage area in my new place, so I'm gonna move that in there, but I'm not gonna be moving any like physical things. In the past I actually regretted doing this, so my mom told me to do this and I did it last time, and I just don't think I want to do it this time around. My mom had told me to like move as many things as I possibly can before the movers come, just like save money, so it'll be like less time. But honestly, the things that took me an entire day to move over in extreme heat, sweating, multiple trips, took them like 10 seconds, because they have all the equipment. Like they have like these huge dollies, they're stronger, they have a big truck, like things that just took me multiple trips to move over. I saw them doing stuff and I was like, that took them no time at all. Like that didn't even take them 10 minutes to do this. I think that I'm going to move over a few things just out of convenience for myself, but I'm not going to do it to try to save money, because like it's not really saving me any money in the long term. It's maybe saving me like 10 minutes of their time, which they're hourly, so I'm like, I keep checking my email to see if that guy emailed me back from the job, but I also did just send that like less than 10 minutes ago. I don't know why I'm feeling so nauseous about this. I hate like asking for things like this. The worst they can say no. The worst they can say is no. The worst they can say is no. Also, when I was at Coachella, I saw Patrick Ta. He just like walked by. He just floated by. And I was like, that man knows Taylor Swift. That man knows Alex Earl. And I was like, I'm wearing his blush. Should I tell him? Also, I put way too much on. I always go really heavy-handed and then kind of like try to tone it down. Sometimes trying to tone it down doesn't work. But I was like, oh my god, what a king. It's like, I love your blushes. But I didn't want to like annoy him, so I didn't say anything. And also, like, he was kind of walking away. I wasn't about to like chase him down, so. Also, I've been texting one of my friends. I don't know if you guys have friends where like quarterly or semi-annually you get lunch with them, dinner with them, and you just like catch up on every single thing in life. I texted my friend that I always do that with today, and I was like, okay, our quarterly and annually, biannually meetup time is finally here. We need to see each other again. I miss you. So hopefully we'll schedule something soon. Honestly, I feel like I'm just gonna be pretty busy these next the way I said busy, gonna be pretty busy. Like it reminded me of that one Khloe Kardashian TikTok sound that's like just really busy. Spray tan Thursday, Vegas Friday. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Starting a new job, moving, packing, doing all of that stuff. I feel like also going out of town this weekend. I just feel like I have a lot in the books. We're gonna try to do it all, but I don't want to burn myself out, especially this early on starting the job. I want to ease into it, but I feel like this is the time of the year. I don't know if you guys have like a time of the year where you just like catch up with all those friends that you barely see. I feel like this is that time of the year for me, which I'm so excited to like see all my friends and catch up with them, but at the same time I'm like, do I have time to be doing this on top of just my own personal life being absolutely in full effect? I also feel like I don't think I'm doing my makeup that well right now. Also, I think I'm getting like a slight stress rash right here, and I think it's from sending that email. The worst thing they can say is no. The worst thing they can, this is me validating myself. This is my affirmations. The worst thing they can say is no. But the idea of them saying no makes me want to vomit, makes me want to yak. I am not very good at doing things like this, and I'm really proud of myself because I was really excited about this job, but I thought when I was interviewing I was going to get that secondary title, not that like first title, and I was really excited about that title, so I was like not like disappointed, but like a little disappointed, and I just thought it'd be nice to start off with that title. So we'll see. The worst they can say is no. The worst they can say is no. The worst they can, as if I haven't said that enough in the past 10 seconds. You can tell how anxious I am because I'm starting to talk really fast. Sometimes when I'm nervous I talk really fast and forget to breathe, and then at the end I'm like like gasping for air. I love this eyeshadow palette. This is the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes palette. My favorite eyeshadow is this one right here. Every time I wear it I get questions about it. Can you see it? I don't think you can see it in this lighting, but it's just like such a shimmery little pretty eyeshadow. I'm gonna check my email again to see if they respond. It's also like very end of the business day, so I don't no. Haven't responded yet. I also think I'm gonna do a little bit of this dark eyeshadow. Oh, okay, I just got some eyeshadow on my thumb. This dark chocolate eyeshadow right here. I like to do it on an angled brush. The outer half of my eye, I line it, and then I do a tiny little wing. I find that this just makes my eyelashes look a little bit fuller, and it's not as scary and as intense to do as actual eyeliner. This looks like shit. So what I like to do when it looks like shit is just blend it out, so it doesn't need to look good. Like a liquid liner is really intense and terrifying. This, if I just kind of smoke it and haze it out, it's a lot less intimidating. So highly recommend that. A lot of people have been been asking me recently about my eyelashes. Wait, I don't know if I can talk and do this at the same time. And then we blend out. I've been getting a lot of questions about my eyelashes if I use an eyelash serum. My favorite eyelash serum, I use Babe Lash or Grande Lash. I think they both work. I haven't used an eyelash serum in like a couple months, and I feel like I used Grande Lash for a month or so. I feel like it made my lashes look really long. I stopped using it because I honestly just forgot, and my eyelashes are still really long. Like in the past I've used Babe Lash, and when I stopped using them my eyelashes went back to normal. But so Grande Lash, check it out. I also heard that Babe Lash is in a lawsuit, which sucks because I love their products. I also love the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara. This is my very favorite mascara. This makes my eyelashes so long that it hits my eyebrows. I'm not going to use it today because I do find, and this one is waterproof, but even if it wasn't waterproof, I find that it is really hard to get off my eyelashes. Like I have to scrub my eyes to wash it off, which I don't really like. So on a daily basis I try not to use it, but when I want my eyelashes to like absolutely slay, that is what I use. And I find that that mixed with a lash serum makes my eyelashes so long that they hit my eyebrows. So I don't know if you want them that long, but if you do, that combo, eyelash serum, Babe Lash or Grande Lash, I'll link both those down below. I'll link all this stuff down below, stuff that I'm talking about. Oh, I just hit my elbow. Great combo. I think today I'm gonna do the YSL mascara, which honestly, you don't need a YSL mascara. A drugstore mascara is just as good. I do have this one, and I do find that I love the way it makes my eyelashes look. Actually, before I do that, I need to spray my face with a little setting spray. Oh, actually, no. I'm a little all over the place, and I think it's just because I'm anxious about sending that email. I don't know why. It's like I don't want to get off on like a bad foot with like a new employer, and I don't think this is me getting off on a bad foot at all. It's just making me anxious. I love the Urban Decay All Nighter Extra Glow, and we're gonna spray. Beautiful. And then we're gonna do the mascara. Drying this off. I'm gonna check my email again to see if there is a response. Okay, mascara time. This one I find still makes my eyelashes look super long, but it's significantly easier to get off. But I honestly think you could get a really great drugstore mascara. Like I don't think mascara is something that you necessarily need high-end unless there's one that you just like absolutely adore. But I think mascara is something that you can easily find a drugstore alternative from. But this one was sent to me in PR, and I do really, really like it. I just don't know if I'd pay the price for it, but since I have it, I'm gonna use it. But full transparency about the purchasing of my own money. I also do love, I have Maybelline Sky High in brown, and I use that on my lower lash line. I love a brown mascara on my lower lash line because I don't really like a super intense, I keep calling it lower lash line, lower eyelash mascara, just because I find it looks like a creepy doll if I have too much. I have mascara all over my eyelid now. I also love to do a little lip tint. Benetint is my favorite. I feel like I don't really love the way that I look when I have lipstick on. I just think it looks off on me, so I love the tint. That's where we're at. I think I'm gonna curl my hair, and then I'll get back to you guys when I'm dressed. As I was curling my hair, my friend just texted me that she's like on her way, so I'm like, oh gosh. So I just changed into my outfit really quickly. Love this top. Showed this in my closet cleanup video. I rediscovered I owned it. I'm not obsessed with my hair, but whatever. There's no feeling quite like shopping in your own closet. The jeans are Levi's, the top is Zara. I'm gonna do, oh, I dropped it. I'm gonna do rings on both of my middle fingers. I think this one's 21 Compass, it's upside down. And the other one is from Amazon. These little hoops are from Amazon. I would wear cuter shoes. However, I have a blister on the back of my foot and cannot wear a closed-toed shoe without dying on the inside. Also, my dry shampoo has not been wanting to like rub into my hair. So whenever that happens, I take a makeup remover wipe and just kind of rub it a little bit. Another thing that you can do apparently is like use a blow dryer in cold water, but I don't really have time to get my blow dryer out. This isn't bad for considering how much I'm rushing. I rarely get invited to events if I'm just being completely honest. So whenever I do, I'm like stressed beyond means. Hopefully this is gonna like fit the vibe. I literally have no idea. Like, am I supposed to wear a dress? Am I supposed to, I don't know. I think this is cute. Like, I think this top is like a nice top. At least I hope it is. My YSL Black Opium perfume, my literal favorite perfume. I need deodorant. Please don't tell me she's here right now. Oh good, she's not. Okay, we're rushing, but we got this. What do we think? What do we think? She said be there in 5. Perfect. Okay, what do we think? I don't know if it's the cutest outfit. I don't know if it's gonna fit the vibe, but I hope it will. The camera's crooked. Oh, the camera's auto-adjusting. Ah. I just got a text from the person I emailed that they're like, hey, do you have a few minutes to discuss the email? No, I'm running out the door. Yikes, I'm leaving. Okay, I am home home now from the coolest event ever. I made a trucker hat. So it's at a place called the Hat Bar, which is in Arizona. It's in Old Town Scottsdale. And you can make cowboy hats or trucker hats. And with the trucker hats, they have these patches. So I was like going through all the patches that they had, and then I found a drawer dedicated to Taylor Swift. And guess what I made? A trucker hat, all Taylor Swift. Obviously, you guys saw this in the montage. I don't know why I just said it as if like you didn't see that in the montage. Kind of forgot about that. But look at it. I'm wearing a ponytail right now, so I don't know if it makes my head look really big. But look at it. It's very like American looking, honestly. But we have the 13 with the midnight stars, I Heart TS. We all know I Heart TS. The red scarf. And then I feel like I needed some blue to tie in this. So I have some stars here. On this side, hi, it's me. Wait, it's me, hi. And then it says like the name, I'm the problem. We have some stars, and we have Taylor's version right here. So freaking cute. Like, I love it. 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 Love it. I love it. I love it. When I went to Coachella, Camila Cabello performed with Lana Del Rey, and she performed, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And so I love it. My friend was like, you have to wear this on the 4th of July. And I was like, you're so right. It's giving America in the Taylor Swift way. American dreams. Am I American queen? Anyways, I'm having a crisis. I'm just feeling really upset with myself right now because I feel like I self-sabotage myself a lot in the way that I always undervalue myself. And this is applying to so many areas of my life right now, not just one. So don't think I'm like talking about one specific thing. This is like multiple things. I want to move. I don't like the lighting of this. Is this butter? I don't know. I just feel like I never recognize my own value, and I never push for myself, and I always underestimate myself. And I feel like at times I'm my own worst enemy. I feel like I don't advocate for myself enough. I feel like I let people walk all over me. I just, oh wait guys, side note, there is like a little cardboard piece. I was like, what is that? Okay. Yeah, that fits me better now. Okay, anyways, I'm just mad at myself. I'll tell people things and they're like, what, Keegan? Like, you're undervaluing yourself. You're not recognizing things that you've accomplished. And I feel like this is just a common thread in my life of people telling me that. I just am really upset with myself for always doing this to myself. And I feel like it's like me sabotaging myself in a way. And it's like, why don't I ever think that way? Like, I always think of myself as like less than I actually am. And I've always felt that way. I feel like I always have to make myself feel smaller. Like, I don't feel like I like allow myself to take up space or acknowledge who I am, what I've accomplished. And I feel like it's just really getting in the way of my life. See, even me saying this, I feel very cocky saying these things. I just don't know how to like get out of this habit of it. And it feels so frustrating. And I know that I do it to myself. And like, when I do certain things, I'm aware of like, oh, I'm probably underselling myself, but I'd rather undersell myself than oversell myself. But it should be the opposite, because I'm never going to achieve anything if I don't try for more. But I just never feel like I'm qualified for more. I feel like I always look back on those things that I sold myself short from, and I'm like, why did I do that when I could have done more? So I'm gonna go cry because I feel very upset about it. Also, I feel like this is like making it sound like this has to do with my job. This doesn't have to do with my job. This just has to do with like a lot of areas of my life that I feel like I've been self-sabotaging myself with. So also, whenever I talk about these things, I have to like fidget with something. So I'm like playing with this wristband. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I don't know if anyone can relate to that. I don't know if anybody has any advice of that they've been in the same situation and they've kind of gotten themselves out of it. I'm just so tired of doing this to myself constantly. It's exhausting and it's not helpful. First of all, I did not cry. Second of all, it is way too late. Like, I should not be awake right now. I should be asleep. However, jumping on the last thing that I just talked about, I was just reading and responding to your guys' comments, like laying in bed before going to sleep. And you guys are so nice to me. So much nicer than I am to myself. And it just really made me kind of like have this like click in my head of like, why am I so mean to myself? Why am I so hard on myself? I feel like I need to give myself more compassion and grace to be human and to make mistakes and to not be perfect. Yes, I wish that I had done things in the past that maybe would have made me like advocate for myself more, or you know, just whatever I was saying in the last clip. I can't change the past, and all I can do is just focus on the future. And I just need to focus on forgiving myself for being human and making mistakes in the past, and just focus on how I can, I don't want to say like change, take what I've learned and apply it in the future. And I just want to say thank you guys to you for like just being so supportive of me and like encouraging and nice and leaving all these nice comments. I don't think I would have had that like click in my head. I feel like I view myself so harshly, whereas if somebody else is going through the exact same position as me, I would never think about them the way that I think about myself. And I need to be a better friend to myself. I need to be kinder to myself. I need to be more compassionate. And I think starting now, Like I feel like I need to do that, and it's like I only am going to be alive this one time, and what's the point of being miserable and treating yourself horribly in the one life that you have? So starting now, I really want to be nicer to myself. And I know I keep saying this, but thank you to you guys for kind of making that click in my head. I don't think that I would have like had this realization. I think I would have just been upset with myself. And I also do think like the two things that I'm talking about kind of go together. Like I need to recognize how great I am in every aspect. Like I think that we should all be kind to ourselves and recognize our strengths and what we have to offer, and I think that I just like wasn't doing that in many senses. I think that I wasn't doing that in like a accomplishment aspect, but also like an emotional aspect. I think that I view myself very negatively. I don't want to live the rest of my life being so hard on myself. I saw this thing and it's like you can't hate yourself into loving yourself, but you can love yourself enough to want to change. And I think that I want to be the latter of that, you know? I'm gonna try to have more positive self-talk in my head, in my vlogs, to my friends, in my life. If you'd like to join me on this journey, follow along. We can do this together. Oh, I need to remember to turn my humidifier on because I never turned that on. I'm gonna do that right now. Tomorrow, I feel like I'm kind of gonna be like in a new era of my life starting next week. I close on my house next week. I start my new job next week. I will be moving into that house next week, but I feel like it's kind of like a new chapter of my life. And in this chapter, it's important for me to be kind to myself. And that's something that I'm going to focus on. Anyways, love you guys. I need to go to sleep. You can probably tell I'm really tired. I love doing a peace sign. It's my go-to. Peace, love, see you tomorrow. Mwah. Come with me as I turn on my humidifier. You know those TikToks are like, come with me as I do this. Come with me as I turn on this bad boy. I'll link it down below. I haven't turned this on in so long. I'm like, how do I turn this on? Okay, I want the highest humidity. Nope. Yay. Okay, and now I need to set the timer for it. I'm gonna set it for 9 hours. I think that's the highest it'll go to. Yeah. I used to think that I needed to have the humidifier like right next to my bed for it to work, but someone was like, no, you can just like have it anywhere in your room. So the reason I never turned it on was just because like it's not loud, but I don't know if you can hear it. Like it kind of like I could hear it when I was sleeping, and I need like silence when I sleep. I'm not someone who can like sleep with white noise. That's why I never turned it on, but hopefully having it across the room, it won't be too loud. The reason I'm wanting to use the humidifier is just like being on Accutane, my nose gets really dry, and so I was hoping that the humidifier would kind of help with that. I'm gonna close my door so hopefully the humidifier won't escape. I also heard it's better to close your door when you sleep because if there's a fire in another room, a door could really protect you. But however, in the summertime, having a door open helps airflow to make the room cooler, so it's kind of a win-lose situation, but I'd rather be hot than on fire. Anyways, can turn off my lights, and good night. See you tomorrow. Happy Thursday, everybody. I need to grab my seasonings. Be right back. So right now I'm making lunch. So far today, all I've done is just edit my videos. I've been rough cutting and I feel like that was kind of boring to show, but I'm making some salmon. One of the fillets that I'm making is a little bit bigger, so I'm adding that like Greek dip, and the other one, I'm just gonna do seasonings on it. Normally I marinate it with like sauce or something, but this little one, I didn't feel like it was thick enough to slice in half and add it, and I also didn't like obsess over it, so I'm just gonna make this, have it heated up. Tonight for dinner, I'm actually going to dinner at this place called Coachella, which is a little bit expensive. It's like a restaurant inside of a hotel, and my YouTube manager is in town. No! Oh no. I accidentally just bought LinkedIn Premium. Dang it. I had a free trial and then my thing just went through. I'm about to go message LinkedIn and see if I can cancel my premium. I just filmed this TikTok right here. It has like all of these clips of my old videos in it, so it's just like me growing up, and it's like making me emotional, and for whatever reason it's making me like rediscover old vlogs of mine. I don't ever watch old content of mine. Like I don't ever do it because sometimes I find it icky, but there is a certain phase of my life that I really romanticize to a point that it's like I definitely am having rose-colored glasses on because that phase of my life was not as positive as the way that I view it. But it is my second semester. Second semester of my junior year. I romanticized that phase of my life so much just because I was so productive. I had really prioritized myself and my fitness, and like there were just so many things in my life that I really was like putting myself first, and so I always romanticized that phase, even though it wasn't all that great, because like I had a boyfriend at the time who was like absolutely shit. Like I had friends that were horrible to me. Like there were bad things going on in my life, but for whatever reason, every time I look back on that phase of my life, I have such a rose-colored glass on. So I was like watching old vlogs of mine, and it's really making me want to get back into all of like just the self-care that I was doing. That self-care that I did lasted a long time. It wasn't permanent. Like I still don't do all those things that I wish I did. I'm looking for my jeans. I only wore them once, so I'm totally able to wear them again. not really rewatching them, like maybe for the past 10 minutes, just been watching some of them. But do you guys have a phase of your life where it's like that, where it's like every time you think about it, it's just these rose-colored glasses and you're like, life was so amazing, things were so great, things were so much better then than they are now? Things are not that bad right now. Like honestly, things are pretty good for me. My life is really turning around as opposed to it was like last month or beginning of the month. Hasn't even been a full month. Really always think of that point in my life with such blinders on, and so always watching back the footage, even watching back the footage, I'm like, oh, I was so happy back then. I also think a lot of it had to do with the fact that I was like doing the 12-3-30 like 5 days a week, and I think a lot of that was just like the endorphins and like the feeling accomplished of like, oh, I did something, because the 12-3-30 is not that hard, but it is hard at the same time. And so I think I had a lot of self-confidence, not even like necessarily in my body, but the fact of like I was doing something good for myself and I was like sticking with it, and it was something that was challenging me, but I kept with it. I want to get back into it when I don't have a flesh blister on the back of my foot. I know this is gross that I keep talking about that, sorry, I should really stop. When my foot heals, I really want to get back into it, just because the sense of accomplishment, like it wasn't something that took up a really long period of time, but it was something that made a big difference in my health and my like overall like stamina and endurance, but also just like my mental health of feeling good about myself. And I think that is honestly a huge factor. Also, that was the very first time that I ever started Accutane back then, and so my confidence really increased because it was the first time since I was in high school I ever had clear skin. I'm on Accutane again for the second time now, obviously, but I think that that was just a really great point in my life because it was the first time I ever had like this newfound confidence that I had never really had before. I don't ever watch back those vlogs, but when I do, I'm like, damn, good for me, good for me. So anyways, I need to get dressed to go to dinner with my friends. I'm thinking of wearing my Levi's jeans. These ones, I actually got them recently, so I own them in my size, but they like, I don't want to say they shrunk. They're like a little bit tighter and a little bit shorter than I initially bought them. So I got the longer size and the bigger size, and so they're kind of big on me, but I kind of like that they're like baggy. And I'm thinking, did I get rid of this? Okay guys, I think I might have gotten rid of what I wanted to wear. I'm like, did I sell it? I really don't feel like I would. Where is this bodysuit? Is it down here? I feel like it's not. No, but seriously, if I wore this bodysuit, where would I be? Because I feel like I did not sell it. What the heck? No, that's not. Oh, I found it. It was just kind of hidden. This Abercrombie bodysuit that severely needs to be lint rolled, but it's just kind of like a high neckline, and I'm thinking of wearing a black gold belt with it. I really need to pee. I'm gonna get dressed and then I'll show you my outfit. Okay, this is where we're at. These jeans are like, they're big on me because they're obviously a size too big, but the size that I got that was my size, it like fit me for a while and then it got too tight. But these are like, these are too big, so I have to wear a belt with them. Do I kind of just like let them go like almost like low rise, because they could fit low rise? Do we like that? They are kind of like pulling at my feet. I would need to wear heels if I did this. I don't think I like that. I'll link this whole outfit down below if they still sell this bodysuit. I think they do. The bodysuit is Abercrombie. The bottoms are Levi's. This belt is Amazon. This is just like a go-to safe look for me. I honestly just love like a black bodysuit. I just feel like it's a classic for a reason. Okay, here's the belt. What do we think? I wore a very similar outfit to this like 2 weeks ago, I think. And the only reason I'm wearing this right now is because I was editing the vlog where I was trying this on and I was like, that outfit's cute. I'm gonna rewear it just with a different top, because the top that I wore then is dirty. I still haven't washed it from the last time I wore it. My hair was curled yesterday, but that obviously didn't last. Do I need to leave soon? No. Reservations at 5:30 and the place is like very, very close, so I'm ahead of the game. I'll wear one ring, why not? Oh, did I lose my favorite ring? Bad news, guys, I lost my favorite ring. It's not in here. So maybe I won't wear rings, but I am wearing these little hoops that I always wear from Amazon. If you can see those, I'll link them down below too. But this is the outfit. I don't really have shoes that go with this that well, because every shoe that I own has like backs to it, and I'm trying not to wear any shoes with a back right now for reasons that I promised I wouldn't talk about. So this is where we're at with the outfit. What do we think? What do we think? I don't know why I'm in this like energy mood. I feel like I have the zoomies, like I'm a dog. Oh, I also want to wear perfume. Going back to my favorite, I was watching this TikTok and I feel like I hear very contradictory things on TikTok. Like some people are like, you do not need to spray perfume more than twice, like that is way too much. But then I've seen people being like, you wonder why your perfume doesn't last. It's because you only spray it twice. You need to spray it like 10 times. I don't know the correct answer. I don't know what to do. Hard with the internet. It's like you never know. Should I do like a little half up, half down moment? No, we shouldn't. Also, I talked on the phone with the guy for my job offer. I'm really happy. I'm really excited. Next week, I'm about to be an employed girly again. Ah, who would have thought? Not me. This year has been a roller coaster so far. Honestly, like the past 2 years, I feel like if in 2022 you would have asked me like where I would be, I wouldn't have guessed. But I'm really happy that I'm here. So maybe one day I'll like look back at this phase of my life and over romanticize it. I hope. Good morning and happy Friday. Today is a very big day for me. I'm about to send over my offer letter. I have all the attachments, I have the email, I just need to hit send, and I thought we would do it together. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2. Wait, let me just make sure this is the right one. I'm like, I did sign this one, right? This is the one that's, wait, why is it, what the heck? I did sign, this is the one I signed, right? Oh yeah, it is, we're good. Okay, you guys, I'm employed. I officially have a job. Wait, actually, I'm literally gonna put this on my to-do list just so I can check it off. Sign, offer, letter. Yeah, so the guy called me yesterday. I think I might have briefly said this, but he called me yesterday and we talked through everything and it all looks good for my end. Also, the condo that I'm getting was renovated and I asked, ooh, my video just uploaded. I asked them if they had any before photos of it because I was like, I want to make a scrapbook. I was like, you know, this is my first home. Like, this is really exciting. They didn't take any before photos, which like, really? My agent found like a listing on her internal site of what it used to look like years ago, like almost 20 years ago, and it's crazy how much it's changed. It's 9 a.m. right now. My video just uploaded. I made like a separate to-do list today. I'll link these down below if you're curious. My favorite thing about these is there's the time slots because I have certain things at certain times that I need to do, and it's just like a nice reminder of like, okay, this is at this time, this is at this time, so I don't forget, because I will forget. That's the thing about me, is like I will forget. So I made a to-do list for today. I'll link them down below for you guys. They're my small business. But at 2 p.m. today, I'm gonna sign all the paperwork for my house, but I don't get the keys yet. For whatever reason, I thought that you signed the paperwork the same day you get the keys, but turns out that's not the case. Also, last night I ordered Baked by Melissa. They're like little cupcakes for my mom's friend who helped me with my offer letter, because she's helped me twice in 1 year now technically, because my last job was 6 months ago, and she helped me with this one and then she helped me with this one, and like she's taking time out of her busy day to help me, so I was like wanted to send her a little thank you present. Big stuff happening today. This is a very big girl week for me, big girl month for me. I'm just so grown up. I'm in such a great mood. I just got off the phone with the hiring manager of the company that I was working with, and I was talking about the job title. But brief overview, I asked them to increase the job title. What I decided on was like, okay, we can stick with the lower job title, but I do want a promotion to a different job title, a higher job title in 6 months. And he just called me and he was like, you know, I was thinking about it, and sorry I keep going back on this, but I do think that you deserve to start off as that higher job title and still like be eligible for a promotion. But he's like, I do think that it's a good idea to start you off with that higher job title because I think you deserve it with your experience. So yay! I'm really happy about that. Okay, everyone, I'm about to head out the door to sign the paperwork for my condo. Literally insane. What the heck is happening with my life? Okay, you guys, I just signed my paperwork and I don't have the keys yet, but I'm like, I'm a homeowner. Oh my goodness. That was about 40 minutes. The lady at the notary was so nice. They actually let me do a confetti cannon, which was really, really cool. They were saying, they're like, we've been wanting to do this forever, but like the past, like so many people have been like older couples and we didn't wear it because the pop was so loud, but it was so cool. Oh my gosh, you guys. And they also gave me a gift. I'll go through the gift when I get home. They've been so nice. Like they've given me cookies. Now they just gave me like a closing present. Like this is so nice of them. Guys, I'm a homeowner. Yeah. That's crazy. I don't have the keys until Tuesday, and I still need to figure out how to wire over the money. Haven't figured that one out yet, but other than that, I'm like getting red. Like, this is crazy. Like these things are happening, but they don't feel like they're happening. They just, I don't know. Do you ever just like go through the motions of things and it's not like hitting you that like they're actually happening? But I'm about to own my own home. This is crazy. Really quickly, because I have to leave very, very soon to do the final walkthrough, but I thought we'd go through everything that they gave me, which they were so nice. I feel so proud of myself right now, and it's just like an insane feeling because I don't really ever allow myself to feel proud of myself, which is something I talked about earlier. But because I had that thought process earlier, like I just really wanted to like sit in this moment of like I achieved it. Like this was a goal of mine that I've had literally since I was 16 to be able to do this at a young age, and I've done a lot of things in order to get me to this position, and I just like, oh my god, I feel so incredibly proud of myself. I think this is like the first time that it's like kind of feeling real. Like on the way home, I can't believe this is happening. Like I just I can't like fully cry because I'm about to go to meet up with people, but this is all my paperwork, all my stuff that I signed in there. Okay, let's see what they got me. So much stuff. A 15-minute Pamper Me kit for instant glow, hair, face, hands, foot, and nails. A 15-minute hair mask, 15-minute sheet mask, eye mask, hand mask, and foot mask. This is so cute. They made it all like pink. Also, look how cute these are. I'm definitely gonna put my keys on this. What is this? Bath bombs, little XO. This is so cute. What are these? Are these like little beauty blenders? 4X bath bombs. Oh my, these are like little gold bath bombs. A hands lotion and lip balm set. Very like cactus. It's so cute. It's so cute. Fruit and what is this? I don't understand what this is. Fruit flavored infusion. Oh, they're tea bags. It's like fruit tea. That's so cute. Oh, they gave me a towel with their logo on it. I don't know if they want me to share that on the internet. They wrote me a letter. Congratulations on your new home. Now that the process is complete, we hope you take a moment to relax and fully enjoy this milestone. Wishing you all the best. Oh, this is so cute. Oh, chocolate. I'm about to eat some of these. And then they gave me a Bath & Body Works candle in champagne toast, which is the best one that they have. Oh my. Why does it kind of smell like vape juice? I don't know why. But, and the bag is so cute too. This is so nice of them. I'm about to eat some of these chocolates. What's in these chocolates? I don't know, but I feel like the second I get a loan, I need to like fully process that this is happening and that this is something that I've worked really hard for, and I just can't believe that this is happening. I just didn't think it was going to. I didn't think that I was going to be able to. And I feel like, I mean, you guys have been watching my videos, like I've had just a really stream of bad luck, and I am almost happy that it happened because it's making me appreciate the good so much more. Like it's letting me like really fully enjoy it because I know I need to eat this. Oh my god, this is amazing. I've never had one of these actually. I knew these were like rich people chocolate. Wow, that's good. Okay, yeah, I'm about to eat more. Fire. Oh my gosh. I have my candle warmer on and this looks really cool, but we had our walkthrough. Everything was fine except for they didn't fix one thing. The drawers in the kitchen, they always get stuck when you pull them out and then close them. Every single drawer, even the ones in the bathroom are like that. And we put that on our list for them to fix and they said they fixed it, but they did not. So hopefully they'll fix that. We're like, hi, please fix that. If not, whatever, but I mean, they said they'd fix it. So we had our walkthrough and then I actually like ran to the bank and did my direct deposit or my wire transfer or whatever the fuck that is for my down payment. Because I didn't know like how to do it. Nobody told me. And the other day I was like, I don't know how to do this. I closed on Tuesday and they were like, yeah, like if you do it Friday, we might be able to get it finished by Monday, but if not, like Tuesday morning. So I am gonna be a homeowner and I am starting my job. It's gonna be the biggest girl week. This week and next week are going to be such grown-up weeks. This week I accepted my job offer. I signed on my house. Next week I get the keys to my house and I start my job. This has been such a roller coaster of a month for me. Honestly, I have went through extreme highs and lows, I feel like. And thank you guys so much for like following along and supporting me and just everything throughout all of it. It's been a wild ride, to say the least. But I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be on this wild ride. And I feel I'm so amazed and like in disbelief the way that everything has just turned out. Like I never ever expected to get a job this soon. When I lost that last condo, I never expected that I'd be able to find one. I thought I was gonna have to wait another year, and like I cannot fathom that this is happening. And it like I keep just being like, pinch me, like this isn't actually happening, like something's gonna take this away from me. But I don't know, maybe this is like real life, and I'm just so happy and so proud of myself and so relieved. And I want to cry happy tears, and I want to just hold on to this feeling for the rest of my life. And I know it's not possible, but I want to hold on to it for as long as I can. Thank you guys for following along and being here and just being the most amazing friends ever. I can't thank you guys enough, but I love you guys and I will see you. I think there'll probably be a video in between this video and my next vlog, but my next vlog, we're about to be big girls and I can't wait to take you guys along with me. I love you guys.